Today we have a 1v1 on Arabia, and my favorite things are all Arabia games. Really, awesome stuff. And what we have is qnmlgb, who unfortunately I don't know if it's. I assume because he's 2K plus, he's almost 2100. That he is that's his actual username. But if he's good, he very well, and he's well known, he very well may have a second account. So I apologize right off the bat if I do not know who this player is offhand. So anyway, QN is who we will call him, but he is a Asian player, just like Mr. Yo we have over here. And Mr. Yo, very well known and very exciting player. If you didn't see it on my stream, it's out on my YouTube, and it was versus Hera, and he just had some amazing play. It was probably one of the best things I've seen in a 1v1 in a long time. It'll really catch your eye and really excite you. So Civs we have today is a Spanish mirror matchup. Notably, I wanted to point out that QN went straight for a mill so he could get this shorefish, which he noticed there. Really interesting. And collect berries as well. Now, at this point, he has 7 on food, so he's like kind of doing a different build order, which is really interesting. Really interesting he's doing that, while over on the other side, Yo is, looks like he's doing a standard build order. He's probably going to send this one over to wood and be fine and dandy. Now, let's take a quick look at the maps, and, well, they're not really all that great for both these players, but they're not all that awful either. And the big thing is that the wood lines are kind of poor for both these guys. QN, his closest wood line is here. As you can see, he's already fishing from this little pond that is right here up against the edge of the map. And so this wood line is not going to be the best location, though saying that, putting this right here, not going to be the end of the world. If you wanted to go to this one, you know, again, there's a little pond there as well. Some more shorefish if you wanted it, though he definitely won't take it. And that's going to be a little bit more forward, so doubt we'll see that. Other wood, which we've scouted out at this point, is all the way out here, and that's quite far from the TC, so in the feudal age, and wow, classy stuff. He's actually weakening the boar there with the TC fire, and you know, that boar went down to very low HP. That was very nice. I like to see players do that, and you don't see that often. If you haven't seen that before, you just saw it. But anyway, so this wood line's going to be kind of exposed. So on this side, we have Yo, and getting in his first boar now as well. His wood line's here, and it's uphill, and as well the very back of it has a pond as well, which as far as the pond location is concerned, it's not really the worst. But, you know, uphill wood is not really all that great. You know, it takes a lot more time for your resources to be gathered. So, it's not the best. So, let me just double check on some things here. Well, I guess we'll find out. Have any of these guys got loom here? I assume that when they get loom, my spectator dashboard will be working, which would be amazing because it wasn't working in the previous game. But anyway, looking at their gold locations, you know, Yo, and take a quick look at Yo's point of view. He sees his side gold here, but his main gold, not all that bad, though it is close to the wood line. Very good location for it because it's on the back. Could be a little bit better as far as the location is in accordance to the rest of the map, just because the rest of the map isn't all that wallable. But I think his gold location in the back will certainly take that. For QN, his gold location is also on the back. It's actually not ideal that it's against the edge of the map, because you know he can't wrap the villagers around it in the late game, but he does, as the villager comes in now, he does have golds here and here. So as far as the map goes, I certainly think Yo has a better map. I mean, he has side golds here and side golds here. He could actually wall here, now that I think of it, though it's a long wall. And the side golds for Mr. QN is kind of over here, and it's not the best. You know, it's kind of up around this wood line. So it's going to be behind or in front of any walls he puts up. So we're going to fast forward things a little bit here. I'm not seeing any drush builds from any of these players, so I'm assuming we're not going to see any real interesting stuff till about the 23, 24 villager marks. Yo is actually luring in some of his deer from over this location. On this side, a little bit of a wall off starting from QN. and deer out there, so certainly could war them, but I think he's instead choosing to scout. At this point, these guys, both at 19 pop, both pretty neck and neck. Though I think if this goes to scouts right away, Yo is going to be a little bit ahead because of these deer, and it's really nice that he's able to war these in. Now, Yo hasn't scouted out his enemy yet, which is why he's a little bit behind in the score, but he'll catch that up pretty quick. And getting loom now, and spectator dashboard's working. Hallelujah. We're going to drag this guy down here. Right there. There we go. And so, yeah. Very nice. Very nice. You know, up to the next stage is Yo now. And almost at the same time, you look at the spectator dashboard on the right, and they're almost identical on 21 Vills. And these guys are very good players, play together often. So, very excited. Now, while here on this side, which I said wasn't the best, but it's actually turned out to be only 3 palisades from QN. And I saw all this stone, which kind of surprised me. And then that led me to believe he was going to send something forward. And that's exactly what he's doing. Now, missing that is Yo. And that's really important. Remember, Yo is just now scouting out QN, so he's not going to have any visibility on the stone just yet. And I will pay attention on that, of course, because we need to see what he can see when this forward comes in. And there the forward is now. Now, his scout, he's seeing this little wall off starting. He's going to assume possibly maybe a drush comes in because of this wall. He's going to assume possibly a scout rush is going to ensue. But it's going to be a lot more than that. The gold for him is going to be secure, but in the early feudal age, we often don't see all that much gold used. We mainly see scouts and possibly skirmishers if there's becomes a lot of a mess, you know. And we're probably going to see a lot of a mess just because these guys are about to go into a little bit of a tower war here. And here we go. You know, no visibility there from Yo. He's not going to be getting Town Watch very early for that. It's a lot of food and about to get a stable up, you would assume, like all as well. Scout there, not really going to alert him of anything. Now it's a little bit of alerting. You think he's just going to kill the scout. Now back on this side, it is notable. This villager is also getting picked off who is walling this. It is kind of a risky wall when there are scouts out there. But yeah, that tower is going to go up in a second. That scout's going to be alive, it looks like, with 2 HP. And look at that, warring the villagers over. And don't lose your scout, man. Oh, he lost it. Oh, don't lose your scout. He lost the scout. So, anyway, Yo, I mean, he's getting scouts out now. He's probably getting a spear out as well. Probably going to get anything he really can to combat this. But his wood line is right here and quite exposed. So Yo's probably going to want to get a counter tower out. But that's a bad location for it, and it's quite late. It's quite late. We'll see what happens here. I mean, are they just going to build? I don't know. See, the thing is if this tower goes up from QN and it's not in range of his tower, it's really going to be useless. It can just be taken down, and that's probably why he deleted it there. Going to finish off this wall, which is really good. 2 villagers, that way if one gets attacked, it can kind of help each other out. And tower war is going to ensue. Securing this side of the map, or at least most of it, is Yo for now. Possibly picking off a villager there, and a little bit of dodge, dipping and dodging from QN. So I like how this is starting. Now, 336 stone from QN. He's luring in some sheep now. And, ooh, QN. Dude, that's going to be open late game. That's why we play Dry Arabia, don't we? Anyway, you know, he's just going to tower around this TC, which is really going to deny farms for Yo. And if Yo wants to have success in the late game, he's going to need those farms. I mean, he's building a mill probably out here. When he has the resources to, and he does. We're going to build a mill out here in these deer, and he could possibly farm around there. But it's just become a real messy game. Scouts got in, and like I said, this is open, guys. I don't think QN's going to have the real know-how to realize that until much later, once these scouts like continue to stream into his base. And you know, another one's coming now. If this is microed well from Yo, this could really be huge. He doesn't want to lose these at all, and that's well done for Yo to retreat there. And QN, remember, this is open. I always hate these freaking things. Like, seriously, Dry Arabia is so much better, but they're not playing dry labor. And you know what? Same thing's going to happen on this side, because coming right in is QN, and those villagers are really low. I mean, if they just combat each other, I think, you know, the victory would be in the hands of QN. So I mean, if these villagers actually attack right now, QN would probably win. He's gonna counter tower him, and now denying deer, which is really nice. And of course on stone now is Yo. And so back at home, scouts are just continuing to come in. You know, what would work is a wall here, and I guess he'd have to palisade there as well. I wonder if QN's gonna do that. We'll see. Here we go. He's gonna get a villager. He's gonna get one for sure. He's gonna get one for sure, you would think. He's not gonna get any. No, he's got one. They can all get into the tower. That's very good. And losing one is QN now. And what's gonna be the tactic here? Do you let your towers shoot each other when they're right next to each other and you have villagers inside, or do you attack it with your other villagers? So it's an interesting thing. Now, QN's gonna wall his villager in that's attacking the tower. Really interesting. He's probably gonna lose one of them because the wall off wasn't too successful. But I think if he walls this off, he can definitely take this tower down if this counter tower doesn't get up for Yo. This is all really interesting. While meanwhile on this side, villagers are going down. There's 4 scouts in here now, and that's gonna take out more villagers. Do we even have a barracks? Wow, guys, there's no barracks just yet. There's not even a barracks from QN. He's put everything into this tower war. So I mean, oh, that villager, he's continuing a wall of some type. Oh, come on, don't lose the villager Q. Oh, that villager's gonna go down, guys. Really messy stuff right now. I mean, this villager's gonna go down too. If it doesn't retreat, it looks like it's possibly gonna retreat and be safe for now. But really messy stuff. I mean, he's combating scouts with villagers, and Yo is certainly taking the advantage back now. Doesn't want to lose one. I mean, another hit on that one, he would have lost it. And I think now QN needs to snuff this out. He needs to wall this up. He still doesn't have the scouting on it. He still doesn't have a barracks. He doesn't really even have the wood for the barracks just yet. And he's still kind of dealing with all this what's going on over here. Yo, possibly going to lose a villager. Yeah, going to go down. And, you know, I think for now, with the amount of stone that Yo is on, and for the amount of towers that QN has up, this tower rush is pretty much finished. This tower rush is pretty much finished. It's going to be a boom fest to the next stage. Who's going to be able to boom the most? I mean, population difference. It's interesting, and choosing to just protect with towers here is QN. I mean, he has a lot of villagers exposed. He's surely going to lose a couple more, you would think, if this continues. I mean, more scouts could continue just to stream into his base. It's not happening to know from Yo. He doesn't have the food. Remember, Yo had to mill out here. He has no farming land. It's really not good. It's now house. It's creating a lot of mess. And his scouts are kind of weak. Tower will, at least in this area, will hinder him from doing any damage. But I mean, this wood line's still so exposed. And QN is yet to make a barracks. He's gonna have to make a barracks someday. Why not make it now? It's not like you're gonna go blacksmith market on the way up to the next stage. Unless you really want to go conks, but it's not smart. These scouts gonna come down here and find some villagers. And you know what? Almost lost one there. On this side, there's still 3 villagers, and I'm interested to where they're at. They're idle at this point, and looking at the total idle time for these guys, I mean, obviously with the tower rush like this and jumping into towers, you're going to see a lot of idle time. You know, 31 minutes for Yo and 20 minutes for QN, so that's a win in QN's column. Scout's still over here, and it looks like he did lose another one. So 2 of them aren't going to be a huge threat, especially against full HP'd villagers, unless one of them's on the other side of the mining camp and gets wedged in, and possibly, wow, those scouts didn't team up on her, and I think now it looks like QN's gonna wall up this little hole, and QN can actually try and boom safely. Now, Yo, well, he has Town Watch, and so you can tell his visibility is much higher now. And he knows these villagers are going to come in now. He actually sent out some units, and he sent them out as a lumberjack, possibly to build, but now he's going to see these villagers, and QN possibly going to just lose them. It's not good. But where'd those scouts come from? How did suddenly there was one left? I don't know how it happened, but the villager went down over here, and possibly could lose another one. I mean, certainly going to lose another one if the villager doesn't fight. And, oh, he's fighting the wrong one. He's certainly going to go down, I would think. And that's not good, but I think this is walled up now. He's going to stone wall it. He has a stone for it, I guess. They both do. Thing is, over here, QN can just run back to his tower, so these villagers are safe for the time being. But they're not really doing anything. Is he going to mill right here? Is he really going to mill, or is he going to tower? Okay, he's going to tower right there. And that tower, going to be in range of this tower, going to be in range of a farm or two. Not going to do all that much. These scouts are still around. Yo is using some great micro, really, to keep these alive. And you know, at this point, they're really idling a lot of QN's economy. So I think that's really effective from Yo. He doesn't really need to engage all that much. Now, one engagement there was all that was needed to kill that scout. Goes into the TC. Oh, that one's weak. Get into the TC. Oh my gosh, that was really good try from Yo. He's gonna lose the scout now, and not losing it actually because of a little micro there. He's gonna give it another shot, guys, and he's gonna get it. Oh my gosh, what balls Yo has, and that was really nice. It was really nice. He figured that scout goes down to low HP. He's just gonna back on out of there. But I figured maybe he thought that, you know, it was useless anyway, so he's going to give it a shot, and he did. You know, trying to get another tower up here, and to end, these villagers are in range, so it's probably not going to have much success for him. He only has 3 of them as well, so he's going to delete that there. And I'm surprised we haven't seen a wall here from Yo. He has a lot of wood. He's building a market now. You know, he's still getting deer when those deer are gone. You know, he still should probably invest in more farms because he really doesn't have the resources. For food, anyway. And both these guys, like, really stretched. So the farm difference... Actually, the farming's quite the same, to be completely honest with you. I would say that right now, comparing resources, QN has a bit more, but he has less in the way of villagers. And you know, the villager difference, you can actually see here. And thanks to my tool actually working right now. Yo has 5 more villagers, but he has a lot on wood, a lot on stone. You know, you have 821 stone now. I mean, he's almost going to have enough for 2 castles by the time he hits the next stage, you would think, if this continues. So, building an outpost right next to the outpost of Yo, almost like it's a custom scenario that you built when you were 12 first starting this game to look really nice, is QN. I've done that before anyway, don't make fun. Idols out here from Yo, they certainly should be tasked to farms. I mean, 600 wood. We'll see what he does. He's actually going to ask them to lumber, possibly. But they're all safe now, I would think. They're all pretty safe. But the idle time at this point in the game, guys, 40-minute idle time when you're still in the feudal age is quite significant. And, you know, QN has certainly done a lot to force Yo to have a bad economy. You know, Yo's has quite an imbalance, or has had quite an imbalance this whole time, and he's pretty sure he bought resources just there, just to confirm. Yeah, he did sell some resources just there. So, you know, if you're forcing your opponent to sell resources in an Arabia game 1v1, that's really good. Sure, you know, selling it once is not a huge deal, but it certainly is not as cost effective as actually using that resource. Now, huge walling from QN, and they're both up to the next stage. They both are going to have enough for a next castle. And Robo, I've seen you around. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow, my friend. So we're going to need to compare resources here, and they're pretty much the same. I mean, they both have similar food, both have similar gold. The only thing is that, like I said, Yo is really heavy on stone. These guys are probably going to be going Conquistadors. Now, here's the thing with Conquistadors. They're a heavy raiding tool. They're really strong. And, you know, the heavy walls are coming here from QN. And so you would think QN's going to be in a good position because Conquistadors are not going to get in here. This is not open anymore like it was previously. So, this map is so... I mean, sure, there's a lot of towers, but conquistadors have really good micro. They're really quick. They're really powerful. They have 18 base attack, and so they can do a lot of damage. Yo is yet to wall at all. He's built a little bit of walling here, and that's about it. All this, there's actually more walling on Yo's side of the map from QN, and so, you know, it's just going to be hard for Yo if this is what we're seeing. Now, I don't know if the conquistadors are going to be the move from QN. He's just going to have enough stone, you would think. He's just going to have enough stone. He spent a lot on walling. Like, he's walling very hard. He's making a gate and everything, which I think we've been seeing a lot more from pro players in the last, like, year than they saw, like, the years previously. Maybe I just wasn't watching enough. Of course, I've probably been more active in the past year than anything anyway. 2 forward villagers. Probably not going to be the ones to build the castle from QN, because they're not going to get it up in time. And Yo, how much stone is he on? He's going to have enough for, well, close to 2 castles. And, in fact, 650, let's do the math. He's actually going to be just under the amount for 2 castles. But hitting the next stage is Yo now. And padded archer armor coming in for QN, which pretty much solidifies the fact he's going conquistador. He's getting archer armor. Spanish, well, guys, they don't go past archer. They don't go to crossbows. So that's a thing. Don't ever flush with Spanish, or if you do, don't heavily invest in it because it's not going to work out. I've done that. Good move, though, I feel. Good move from Yo, and I actually wasn't expecting this. You know, this castle, once he gets the range upgrades on his units, hopefully he doesn't lose a villager there if it's micro correctly. But it's going to push these, it's going to give him some farmland. You know, it's going to push off these towers, push these towers away. And also, Yo, looks like he's building his town center up here as well. So he's going to be secure on this side, at least, from any incoming attack. There's the castle. Probably going to queue up some conks right away. Over on the other side, where's the castle going for QN? Well, castle's going on the front. Good location, though. I mean, the only real weak area for him was on the front. And he's going to have a castle there. Everything else is stonewalled here. He's obviously playing this one out. And so, conks for Yo coming out already. Tower is going down. Is this one in range? Well, castle's going to attack the thing that's closest. So, unfortunately, that tower, if it's in range, won't go down just yet. And leather archer armor now coming in for QN. So he's getting another upgrade for his conquistadors. So he's really going to be investing in his conquistadors. Now, looking at the resources, you know, I did see a lot of gold. I did see a lot of gold a moment ago for QN. And I'm wondering where it's really gone. You know, he doesn't have a mark. Oh, he does have a market. These sneaky players. Yeah, we had a lot of resources. 200 food bought, 400 wood bought from QN. Obviously, his economy isn't that balanced if he's buying wood and food. Gosh. But that's where his gold went. And he very well may need gold then shortly. Who knows? But yeah, he has +2 armor on these conquistadors. I very well may get bloodlines, guys, in a second, because he's building that stable, and I don't foresee knights. Investing in conquistadors. On this side, a couple conquistadors here from Yo, and we're kind of have a difference in approach. Yo, he's choosing to boom with his pressure, while we're only seeing like a 1 TC push from QN, which is why he's able to get these upgrades that Yo cannot. Unfortunately for QN, he's not able to get the amount of units out. I mean, even without the upgrades, these conquistadors should be able to kill. Yo's conquistadors should be able to kill QN's conquistadors. And this TC is going to go up on more stone as well for Yo. So Yo could obviously get out more castles shortly. I mean, he's at 341 stone now. He's going only on stone pretty much, getting out a couple farms. So it's going to be big. Now, this fight could turn sour shortly here for Yo, because he doesn't have the upgrades. And he's not getting the upgrades because he's investing a lot of food into TCs and conquistadors. And that's the thing, you know. The 1 TC approach is going to provide a lot more military and upgrades, while the economy approach is going to obviously help your economy, and in the late game you'll get all those things. So Quite a bit of micro going on with the hill advantage here. You know, Yo might be able to get a good shot. And it looks like he's going to get a kill, actually. He's right behind this one. And I'm not sure what QN is doing right now. He's probably trying to get a hill advantage there, and he's killing one. With that armor is really strong, though. Really strong, and he's killing two. And like I said, double armor on what Yo has. And Yo should probably be alarmed. Yo can click that unit and see what's going on. But I think if Yo could TC over here or get a castle over here, he's going to be in a great position. While QN, he's not really doing all that much, you know, in the way of economy at home. Nicely coming close to this tower, which is really interesting. Tower's not going to pose all that much a threat to these conquistadors, but it will help out a little bit. And QN doesn't seem to care. He's streaming his units across the map right now, doing an awful lot, still on 1 TC, building a monastery. So we're going to see a 1 TC push, it looks like. And that means we're going to see monks, and that means we're going to see a lot more in gold. Like I said, really unfortunate. I'm hating this gold right here. I hate to see a game kind of, in a way, ruined because of a bugged, well, not bugged, but like a poor map. But anyway, the conquistadors, where are they? Well, I'm not really seeing them. Oh, they're all back here. A couple of them over here and a couple of them over here. There we go. And so that unit was patrolling there from Yo. And you know, husbandry's now coming in for QN. QN is really investing hard. I mean, he has the upgrades on this. I wouldn't be surprised if he got the range in a second. Oh, actually, no, I'm sorry. That's not going to work. But I mean, he's really investing in this. He could certainly win this fight here and kill off a couple of villagers. Even if he has like 2 conquistadors left and he wins this fight, it's going to be huge. Over on this side, he's massing. He's out massing Yo here. We'll see what happens. He possibly get a kill there, but over on this side, he's going to win this fight for sure, I would think. I mean, he's 3v2 right now. He has the armor, of course. Just got husbandry, and that's only going to help his speed, but the micro is not there. Oh man, there's no ballistics, of course, for conquistadors, and wow, that could have been huge. I mean, had he kept a couple units alive, these villagers are completely exposed. But anyway, over on this side, I hear villagers dying, but it's mainly to this tower. And we have a couple conquistadors here, but QN, he's behind now. He's behind 10 villagers. Still streaming conquistadors, making a couple monks. But it's hard. It's really hard to 1 TC push. It is really only saving grace, I think, is if he continues and gets a lot of monks. He's throwing a couple units away to this TC. It's not good. He's possibly going to lose one, and depending on which one's being targeted. But the thing is the monks have a huge range on these conquistadors. They're 9 range before the any upgrades, and they're 6 range on conquistadors, so they're actually not bad versus conquistadors. Late game, even if the opponent gets up to imp first, you know, it could really be helpful. Now, here we have some villager picks and at least some idling in the economy from QN. Still no defense upgrades. Still no defense upgrades from Yo. And, you know, this is pretty much all the pressure is coming on this left side, it looks like. Let's see if we can see a little bit more micro this time around from QN, though. Last time it was poor, and of course he has low HP this time around, so micro is going to be more important. And good micro there. Yo is actually not firing anything right now. Denying a couple farms over here, which is really good as well. And, oh, also notable that Bloodlines also in for the Conquistadors of QN, and all cav, of course. So he's gone all upgrades, really. He's done all the important upgrades. And he's getting monks too. I mean, he has 3 of them. He's getting a missionary. That's awesome. That's awesome. I never see missionaries anymore. Yeah. Pretty cool. Pretty cool what we're seeing. I mean, denying these farms is pretty important. Now, economy-wise, thank you for the follow, EMP Vanilla. I appreciate the follow. Appreciate the support. Seriously, guys. Thanks so much. So anyway, we have QN trying to wreak some havoc back here. He really has low HP on these guys, though. He's going to have to get some crucial shots where they die. And I'm interested to see what the monks are going to do. You know, the monks, without any siege, it's going to be rough. We still have not... Oh, we got the second TC there from QN, which is good. It's going to delay his imp time if you want to go 1 TC at all a little bit. But, you know, obviously the units are going to die over here now. Not really surprising. They're outmassed a little bit. And finally, Yo, not only getting wheelbarrow, but he's got the defense upgrade. So he's got bloodlines, he's got the defense upgrade. You know, he doesn't have husbandry just yet, but you know, he's got some important upgrades. Keep in mind he has 3 TCs and he's had them for quite a while. And so, you know, he has a stronger economy. Though saying that, guys, I mean, I'm just looking at the villager count right now. And having more villagers, Yo, only by 4. I mean, that's really not significant for having 3 TCs, like, for I don't know how much longer. And my voice is squeaked. I was like, really? Like, but anyway, yeah, denying this castle here. If Yo gets this castle up, and I think this castle is going to be huge if it does get up. I think it will get up as well. Huge shots there from Yo. It's certainly going to get up now. Certainly going to get up now. But the castle is a great position. I mean, a lot of the rating's been coming on this side. The rest of the rating's going to have to come in on this side, and now Yo is pretty much going to know what's coming. You know, this siege workshop is a little close, and I'm pretty sure visible to Yo. Yo's going to have to keep creating units. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a counter siege workshop anytime soon. But Yo is not anywhere near Imp. He's not anywhere near Imp. His food is so low, and I can't help but kind of give credit to QN for that because of all the raiding he's done. All the farmland he's denied. We have a farm not being used there and kind of rotting. And also, like, in the early game with the towers, like, there's no farms around this TC. That tower's still there. So, Yo is really hurting for food. You know, losing a conquistador there, kind of getting one back is QN. And what's he doing at the siege workshop? Well, that's the wrong thing. He's getting 1 ram out. And if he gets maybe 4, 5, you know, with no knights out, he could easily take that castle down without a shadow of a doubt. Without a shadow of a doubt. And he's actually picking off some units, like, in between this TC firing on him. All the while, he's idling this TC. So, I mean, idle time for Yo is doubled right now for QN. So that's awesome. I'm loving what QN is doing. He's also collecting a relic, which was sitting here, and I was going to comment on that earlier. But he's got a relic now. Yo has not done that. And so Yo is in a little bit of trouble. He's in a little bit of trouble. I mean, he's sending villagers all over. He's going to lose them. I mean, we can't get any more than 5 villagers in that tower. Maybe sending that one over there by mistake. Didn't realize how many he sent over. He's going to lose at least 2 more, you would think. I like to guess on these things. And, well, this is why, see, this is why if I start with Voobly official, I shouldn't guess. You know, I should say it after. Because I was obviously wrong. But having the hill advantage there is QN. Ooh, in range of the castle on this side. Still trying to make some units out of the siege workshop. And there's the second one. Awesome. There we go. Justified what I said. And, I mean, Yo, he's got units in his castles. He's got units in his tower. He's got units in his TC. And he's possibly going to lose this fight as well. This village is trying to come around. Should have gone the other way, buddy. You're going to see your life's going to flash before your eyes in a moment. And so are the rest of these villagers. I mean, this game is awesome. QN, what are you doing, man? It's awesome. He's killing villagers, keeping his units alive, doing a 1 TC push most of the game. All the while, guys, he could be creating rams. He's not really doing that right now. Understandably, he has a few idols at home. And, ooh, unfortunately, he's in range of the castle. He really could have kept that going. He really could have kept that going. That tower's in range of him as well. I'd focus on the villagers if I were him. But he's got more than enough, I would think, at this point. You know, Ram comes out from 2 hours and 15-minute idle time from Yo. That's really huge, as opposed to 1 hour and 6 minutes from QN. We had a lot of forward villagers and everything. 2 more Rams coming out here. He can make Rams all day, really. A lot of wood just lost for QN, and I'm surprised. I wonder if it was sold. Hey, McCracker, thank you so much for following. Appreciate the support, guys. Thanks so much. So yeah, we have missionaries. We have monks who've really yet to make an appearance. I swear I saw more than 2 or 3 of them, so they're around here somewhere. Oh, there we go. One's hiding there by the house and blending in with the little pots, it looks like. Sometimes you don't look at the scenery. these houses. Let's take a moment to. We have a little well there. We have a little I think it's a wheelbarrow. That's definitely a wheelbarrow. And we have a wheel there. Maybe that's the only 3 designs. Anyway, we're gonna look past that and see that we have 4 rams there. And about to click up to imp. You know, should he go now with 4 rams, or should he wait till imp? Because he's already clicked up. You know, he's already clicked up to imp, and that's much. I mean, Yo's not going to click up to imp anytime soon. He could sit at the base of this castle. He's choosing not to. Looks like he's going to now. I certainly want to do that. Gosh, you certainly want to do that. He's not going to do it. He's going to go for villagers. It's really surprising. But castle's maybe going to stay up because the ram's coming in from Yo. Villager's going to come in too. You know, I don't know about the choice to run away there. I don't know about the choice to engage before the Imperial Age upgrade when you're so far ahead. But it happened. And this castle, it's going to stay up for now anyway. And villagers, you know, they're going to go down. But had he gone down here, he would have got some kills. But I think he's going to be tracked down. He's going to be tracked down by Yo. And, well, these rams are actually going to retreat now, which is interesting. You wonder if the villagers will chase them, that get converted if they do. But, you know, QN, he has husbandry, and I do not believe Yo has husbandry yet. And I wonder if Yo is thinking about that right now, because Yo cannot track these conquistadors down. They're so fast. And he's got 1, 2, 3 there. He, of course, has 1 out there. And, you know, at this point, QN has more villagers. QN actually has more kills as well, which is not surprising. He's got another villager there. Trying to micro, and he's doing quite well. I'm liking this QN player. I wish I knew if that was his actual username. Maybe any of the viewers know this. Choosing a bad fight there. Does still have some rams there, which is really nice for him. Still making some conquistadors. And he's at the bottom of a hill right now. Is not the best. And he's outmanned. He's outmanned as well, and he's losing another unit. And it looks like Yo certainly came on top with the micro battle. By far, really. And QN, unfortunately, taking that villager down to 3 HP and not going to take it. So, that's a shame. That's a shame. And here's the thing. Yo's very far from castle, but he has a lot of units. You know, he has a lot of units being created. He has a decently strong economy at 75 villagers. He has 13 military, which is a little bit behind QN. And, you know, is he going to be able to deal with trebuchets? I mean, he has 1, 2, 3 castles, this one on a side location. Is he going to be able to deal with it? We've yet to see a monastery from Yo. He has a lot of gold. Like, if I am Spanish or Aztecs, usually Spanish, you know, and I have a lot of gold, I maybe think that instead of selling or buying resources, possibly, why not just make some monks, which is what we're going to see here from QN. How many conversions are we going to get? If he gets 3, those monks are certainly justified. These units aren't even attacking, and there's 1 conversion at least, and he only lost 1 monk, so it's certainly worth it. That unit's going to die, it looks like, but it's worth it. We have a castle there as well, and another conversion possibly? Another conversion, there you go. And now these monks, they still have 9 range. Do we have QN? What are you doing as far as he has capped ram coming in? Now is when he should have gone. I mean, he would still have 2 or 3 more rams had he waited. He didn't wait, but I think it's going to be okay. You know, I'm struggling to see what Yo's going to do here. He has no military. There is a ton of resources. Like, is he holding out for elite conk? Is he holding out for it? We're going to see the quick for it. Well, spectator dashboard will tell us. We don't need to look at the castle all day. He could almost get elite conquistador. Look at his resources. 1,200. There we go. He's getting elite conquistador now, I would assume. Yeah, he's getting elite conquistador and a treb. He's going to be so strong. While Yo, he's on his way to Imperial now. He had to purchase that. I'm not even going to check because I'm positive he purchased that. He's building a castle back here, almost resigning to the fact that this one's going to go down, guys. Like, seriously, not even going to repair this one. But elite conquistadors come in. Keep in mind that he now has +3 defense, and so he's going to have a step ahead on what we see here from Yo. And, you know, if he comes in here, he could deny this castle. No, it's going to be a little late, and he's actually going to need to back away. Not going to want to lose those. QN. Maybe go in there for one more kill. He actually focused down the castle, which I think we all have done. But yeah, it looks like it's just going to be conks, possibly monks. And 2N certainly likes to stay in these battles and engage, that's for sure. I mean, he's next to these castles. These elite conquistadors, they're costly. I'm not sure. He's going to go in and get kills, though. I mean, Yo is trying to keep this castle up now, possibly with the cover fire of this one, but there's 5 rams there. It's not going to happen. And Yo, he's not even creating any more conks at the moment out of all his castles. Of course, he's down. So we're gonna have some trouble. Have some trouble coming to Yo's base, and the score lead has changed almost 1,000 right now. I mean, the Elite Conquistador is a huge upgrade. It's a huge upgrade, and getting conscription now is QN. QN has a lot of resources being spent right now, and Hooters is just running, and QN's gonna find them. I'm pretty sure he saw them run this direction. There he goes. He sees them running. Is there anything here? There's only a castle. I don't think Yo's gonna make it. I mean, he's surely gonna make it with some of them. He's not gonna make it with all of them, and a couple of them are gonna go down just there. And I think it's smart from to not abandon his expensive resources in these rams from QN, who's still producing conquistadors when he can. He's actually getting conscription right now. So at this point, QN realizes that, you know, these ones are going to be ones he's not going to get. These are pretty much guaranteed kills. They're saying that he's not attacking. On this side's where the action's at, though. This is where the action's at. These castles are going to go down. And what's the move going to be from Yo? He has this gold here. He's this gold here. He's fine on gold. He has no military. He loses his siege. It's not great. He's just hitting the next age. He's going to lose his castle, too. He's not going to be able to engage at the base of the castle. And hold on a second. We're going to pause this. What is guilds? What is the guilds research? Is that in the university? Can I look at stuff when guilds? Archery range? No. Guilds. I don't know. We're going to find out what guilds is real quick if I can find it quickly. That's not, I know that's thumb ring. Guilds, dang. Is guilds in the, no? It's in the, it's in the, does anyone know what guilds is? That'd be real. Guilds, what the, you know what, we'll find out after the game, maybe. I don't know what it is. I wonder if it's Spanish unique tech. It's not. So, I don't know what guilds is. I'm gonna learn something today. So anyway, back to the game. He's getting guilds right now, is QN. So for those of you that know what that is, there you go. Not even having capped ram right now is Yo. I mean, he has no resources really to do that and still create conquistadors. He's going to lose his castles, and what's going to be the choice for Yo after he loses his castles? He only has 2 left. He's lost 2 already. Over here, he actually has conquistadors on stand ground next to his gold, denying gold, losing villagers on the gold, losing the resources he has. He's going to lose this fight. These are elite conquistadors. And Flowrider coming in clutch, and it's a market technology. Well, that's probably because I'm not sure. He's obviously buying resources. So, but anyway, thank you guys. It's very nice to be doing this live where I can have assistance when I need it. But yeah, so lots of conquistadors. They're elite conquistadors. I mean, just look at the damage these guys take to a TC. They can afford to take a lot of hits from a TC. It's actually quite incredible. Over on this side, I'm wondering, finally getting cleaned up, but Yo is so on the back foot. And, you know, when Yo went to 3 TCs, I thought it was over. For QN, I mean, he got castles up, Yo did, in good positions, and I was really thinking that QN was going to waste all his push was going to be wasted. But if there's one civ that can really do a push and like a good 1 TC, 2 TC push, it's Spanish, and this is really incredible right now. I mean, Yo, getting Elite Conquistador, he's pretty much going to be level on upgrades. I still didn't really catch if he got the husbandry yet for the speed, so I'm not sure on that one, guys. But other than that, as far as like upgrades go with the attack, upgrades go with the defense in this case, he's completely fine. And level, so he's going to need the production now. And his castles are kind of far apart. He's got capped ram just now coming in, and we have more capped rams coming in from QN. You know, these rams are going to soak up a lot of fire. The rams really don't go down all that fast to conquistador fire. And these trebuchets, like, I don't know. I don't know if there's going to be anything that can combat them. Yo has one stable here. He doesn't even have light cav or anything. He's mainly just going siege. And conquistadors. In fact, that's all he's doing. He doesn't even have a treb. And QN just gonna hold here. I mean, QN, 3 castles, all of them have a conquistador queued up, which is awesome. Running in here, and he's not even attacking. Very well, he's not gonna attack. No, he's gonna attack. He's gonna attack that mining camp, and he's probably gonna lose here. Nice little bit of running through there to attract some attention with that unit. But over here, guys, you know, Yo's really gonna need these capped rams as a meat shield. He's really gonna need these capped rams to take out these trebs. He just lost the castle here, and I mean, the villager difference is in QN's favor, the military difference is in QN's favor, and I think 2,400 Yo is going to go down to 2K QN. Losing his capped rams, soon to lose his units. Yo has a lot of resources though, but he's on 90 pop. Guys, he's on 97 pop, but he has 90 cap space. And I just don't think Yo can pull this back now. He has no production. He can't even produce anything. He's going to lose his TC shortly. And like I said, these conquistadors can engage underneath the TC, and that's what they're doing right now. I mean, he's building houses desperately somewhere on this map. Is Yo, probably over on this side. Just building houses somewhere. Build the houses. Still units over here from Yo, but it's not enough. He needs them back at home. TC's gonna go down, and there's so many villagers in there, this has got to be over. They're just gonna melt. This is it. And it's been a good game, but how can Yo come back from that, really? He's now at 60, soon to be like 65 villagers versus 102. And he can't combat the trip. He's gonna try another town center there. What's visible? Another town center is visible right now for QN, and QN's just going to go deny it because he can. He has so many resources. Treb's going to come in as well, and even if that gets up, the conquistadors could still wreck. They could almost take the TC out, to be honest with you. And losing more villagers, not even being put into the TC right now. Not even being placed into the TC. Yo is done. He's done, and he doesn't want to admit it. One of my favorite players is going to lose this game. He's going to try and take this treb. He's going to do it. It only takes 3 hits from a capped ram. Take the treb out, usually, and depending on the hill advantages. And, you know, saying that, though, Yo, dang, he has a lot of resources, but he's invested into elite conks. So I think at this point, it's like he's just not going to be able to produce in time. He's a 73 total pop while we have 142 on the other side. So, you know, when you have those resources, you kind of want to stay in the game. You kind of don't want to give it up. But I don't even... What is this? QN's just going to build a mining camp there. And, I mean, it's not going to be successful. I think it was a little early. Maybe a couple minutes ago, he thought this TC was not going to get up. And you know what? TC is going to go down. The conks will probably shoot it down as well. So maybe I think it's silly that he's throwing away villagers there, but maybe he doesn't need them now. Yo, he has to gain this back. And there's a lot of open map right now. It's a lot of open map. QN has 23 idle villagers. There's an awful lot. And, I mean, where is Yo's economy? A lot of it's over here being picked off by QN. You know, QN really has a firm hold in this game right now. But sending units over, these are elite conks. They're fully upgraded, so they're going to do really, really well. QN's going to have to produce, and QN doesn't really have all that much in the way of resources because he's queuing up a lot, it looks like. But, yeah. I mean, the military's 44 to 15. The Yo's kind of doing that little, I can try and get back into this game with a counterattack move. He's not going to get through walls, though. We have units probably coming over at some point. You know what? Doesn't even need to send units over. Does QN. You know, I've never seen Yo really get stomped, so I've never seen him not resign. But I think it's time to resign. Sure, there's going to be a lot of open resources at this point in the game. But Yo is not going to raid his way to victory here. He's going to lose his entire everything. He's going to lose. And QN can see the villagers there too. I mean, he can have his way with everything that's at home for Yo. So anyway, there's a GG. So Guilds is the market tech apparently. We're going to take a quick look at that because my YouTube viewers are probably going to comment that I didn't talk about that. That's not the market. That would be a TC. This chart is really confusing. Yeah, let's find it here. Guilds, so I assume it helps with the effectiveness of your, there we go. Guilds is right here. Reduces the commodity trading fee to 15%. So I've actually used that before. I just didn't know the name. Alright, so there's your answer, guys. And that was a good game. Well, that was a really nice push from QN. And like I said, apologies if that's not actually his normal username. If he has like if this is like his second account. But I believe because he's Asian, it's not mean to be racist or anything. That's possibly his normal name. But anyway, he's a good player. Obviously, he did a great job here. I like this push. I mean, just the fact he put those towers up really delayed the food economy from Yo. His farms are all over the place here, and that was a good game. So, anyway, guys, the time being what it is right now, I am going to have to sign up.